as 10 times the world champion, Bax and Stupilis, they've done it again. Unbelievable. Marvin van Lukener certainly deserves the red plate. And what an incredible sport this is. Fast, high and spectacular. Unbelievable.
Okay, so welcome everybody and Sidecarcross fans from all over the world. You join us here for the second round of the FIM World Sidecarcross Championship in Lange, just outside of the city of Tartu that you can see here on the screen. Tartu, considered the intellectual centre of Estonia, with it being home to the oldest and the most renowned university, the University of Tartu. Tartu itself is the oldest city in Estonia, and in 2024 will be the European Capital of Culture. And it's providing a fantastic venue here for the second round of the FIM World Sidecarcross Motocross Championship. And right here we have the race 2 highlight. It was Etienne Bax and Nicolas Mousset who got the whole shot. Kurt Barrick and Larry Kunas momentarily into second place, but they were soon relegated down to third place by Andre Chermak in the chair with Julian Veldman. So it looked as though they all made it through safely at the beginning of this race, and it certainly seemed the case as the race went on. But Etienne Bax out in front ahead of Julian Veldman, Koen Hermans and Julian Glenn Janssens up next. Marvin van Lukener, the red plate holder, did not get the best of starts at all. But Gert van Verven and Ben van den Bogart were showing strong form in third place in the early start of this race. But you will see how that unfolds for the number 11 in just a short while. Tim Lefferink and Kostas Valeskas coming under pressure from Marvin van Lukener and Robbie Bax in the opening part of this race. Also almost making contact there between the number 2 and the number 75 crews. But Marvin van Lukener and Robbie Bax soon found their way through on Tim Lefferink and Kostas Valeskas. Etienne Bax and Nicolas Mousset. The gap toed and froed between a second and 2 seconds during the early part of this race. Hermans and Janssens up into third place as Gert van Verven and Ben van den Bogart unfortunately crashed on their third lap and relegated themselves all the way down the order. But it was all eyes towards Etienne Bax and Nicolas Mousset. Could Julian Veldman and Andre Chermak catch up with 20 minutes to go? Only time would tell. But Etienne Bax, who was very disappointed with that 9th place finish he had yesterday, he was looking to have a resurgence in form and claim those good, solid points. Here we have an incident between Ethan Cox and Paul Horton. It was a very, very nasty looking one for Paul Horton, but they soon got back onto their machine and carried on in the race. But my, that could have been a whole lot worse indeed. Gert Gordiev and Kasper Stupilis there in the picture as well. We're having a fantastic battle with Lucas Czerny and Bastien Chopin until disaster struck for the number 25 crew. Lucas Czerny and Bastien Chopin unfortunately crashing out of the battle with Gert Gordiev and Kasper Stupilis. But it was Etienne Bax and Nicolas Mousset who took the win quite convincingly indeed over the number 31 of Julian Veldman and Andre Chermak by 16.706 seconds come race's end. Third place was number 3, Koen Hermans and Glenn Janssens. Testament to the pace that they had shown all through the weekend, but couldn't quite put it together. But that is the official classification for the second race earlier today. 82, 31 and number 3. But this time around, who is going to make the break? Etienne Bax and Nicolas Mousset got a fantastic start for the second race. Can they repeat that performance and put themselves right at the front of the pack once more? This is how they will line up for the gate. Is Etienne Bax and Nicolas Mousset with Veldman and Chermak, Van Lukener, Bax, Varick and Kunas with Van Verven and Van den Bogart looking for a change in fortune for the number 11 crew. Koen Hermans and Glenn Janssens, the young Tim Lefferink and Kostas Valeskas in 7th with Kuben de Bruyne, Normac and Kaseselu with Lucas Czerny and Bastien Chopin rounding out your top 10. Daniel Willemsen, Rodolphe Lebreton, Tanel Riesner and Marcus Lena with Gert Gordiev and Kasper Stupilis in 13th. Jake Brown, Joe Millard, the British pairing on outfit number 8 in 14. Robert Liedster, Biga Tal, the local pairing in 15th with Van der Lagema and Devine, Carring and Lamp Visselink and Van Galen, Kops and Horton, with Adrian Peter and Miroslav Zadlukal rounding out the top 20. Jan Bukal and Pavel Bukal, the Czech pairing, on number 26 in 21st. Then it's Vire Kolzis and Kisunas in 22nd, ahead of Joachim Ryman and William Latoile, Argo Polzar and Arno Piva, Stacey and Alex van der Velde, and Jarno San with Sten Nitsu as passenger here this weekend on the 212 outfit. Coming into this race then, it's Julian Veldman and Andre Chermak who lead the way by 1 point over Marvin van Lucena and Robbie Bax. Etienne Bax and Nicolas Mousset in third on 37, with Varric and Kunas in fourth, Willemsen and Leberton in fifth, Leverink and Balescas ahead of Kops and Horton, Hermans and Janssens, Gordiev and Stupilis, with Justin Kuban and Nicky de Bruyne rounding out the top 10. Van der Lagerma and Devine, Royman and Latoile, Van Verven, Van den Bogart still looking for that change of fortune, as I say. Only 14 points scored in the first race. Jan and Pavel Bukal on 13, Normak and Kaseselu on 12, Czerny, Chopin and Jarno San, Sten Nitsu both on 11, Jake Brown, Joe Millard. This will be a weekend to forget if they come away with just the 10 points. Adrian Peter and Miroslav Zadlukal in 19th, with Sven Visselink and Kenny Van Galen just on the 4 points in 20th. Polzar and Piva, Van der Velde and Van der Velde, and Riesner and Lena round out the rest of the riders with 4 points, 4 points and 3 points. So the scene is set then, and you can tell from the live pictures here coming to you from Lange in the southern eastern part of Estonia, 200 kilometers away from the capital of Tallinn, that the weather really has changed from yesterday going into today. Yesterday was very wet indeed, but today there has been no rain. There was a lot of cloud cover in the morning, and luckily for us that has gone away, and the blue skies are coming down on us here now in Estonia. Nicolas Mousset then puts on his helmet for what will be the final race of the weekend for the FIM World Sidecarcross Championship Cruise. And fantastic support all from different areas of Estonia, I'm sure, for Kurt Varric and Larry Kunas, the local heroes there on the number 6 outfit. They've been showing some real promising pace throughout the practice, qualifying and the first 2 races. Can they put it together and potentially put it on the podium? That will surely make the Estonian fans go absolutely wild. 2 minutes then before the crews make their way onto the gate for the third and the final race of the weekend. Now 44 points for the number 31 of Julian Veldman and Andre Chermak, 43 for Marvin van Lucena and Robbie Bax. Is certainly the same story as what it was in Yinin. They were both on the same amount of points going into the final race, and this time just 1 point separates them. So many fans here. It's so great to see, especially after all the complications that we had with the coronavirus pandemic, unfortunately leading to the cancellation of the 2020 World Championship. But it's good to be back here for round 2 here in Lange in Estonia, just outside of the city of Tartu. And there is the number 2 current red plate holders, Marvin van Lucena and Robbie Bax, just to the left-hand side of the screen. Marvin fist bumping the guys in the team. He is ready and raring to go. He knows what to do. But Julian Veldman and Andre Chermak slightly on the upper hand here, with 1 point advantage over the current championship leaders. Gert Gordiev and Kasper Stupilis with the very distinctive colours there, purple and a luminous yellow for the number 151 crew. As we take a look at the crews here, Mousset on the right hand side, Etienne Bax on the left, and right in the middle there, Julian Veldman. Julian Veldman, number 31 crew, with Andre Cermak in the chair with him this year. And Andre Cermak is he had a big accident in 2018, and such was the severity of the injuries that it was looking unlikely that he may ever race again. But luckily for us Sidecarcross fans, Andre is here and doing an absolutely fine job partnering at Julian Veldman for the 2021 season. Of course, this is a shortened season this year, just the 4 rounds, and it all kicked off 4 weeks ago in Yinin for the first time in 700 or so days since the finale in Rudersburg in 2019. But since Yinin, we've come here to Lange for the second round, round 3 in 2 weeks' time in the Czech Republic from Kramelin, and then 1 week after that it will be the finale in Os in the Netherlands. Julian Veldman and Andre Cermak, the number 31, opted to go for the very, very inside gate there. Tim Leffering, only 17 or 18 years old is Tim Leffering. He was running inside the top 5 in yesterday's race, but unfortunately made a small mistake and lost a minute on one of the laps, and that dropped him down some way, unfortunately for young Tim. But Etienne Bax and Nicolas Mousset, they've had a 9th place and the 1st place. They know what they need to do, as does Marvin van Leeuwen and Robbie Bax. The current red plate holders there line up alongside Kern Hermans and Glenn Janssens, the Dutch and the Belgian pairing on the number 3 outfit, making some final adjustments to the machinery themselves, and of course the starting gate as well, to give them the best possible launch up towards that very narrow turn 1. Number 6, Kurt Barrick and Larry Kunas, local heroes there. And Justin Kuban, Nicky De Bruyne, what a cutie. Justin Kuban, Nicky De Bruyne on the number 14 there, just alongside the 711 of Marcus Normack and Carl Albert Kaseselu, the Estonian pairing having the good ride here this weekend in the World Championship. And I'm sure they're enjoying the experience as well. Lucas Cherney, Bastien Chopin, they were locked in a titanic battle with Gert Gordiev and Kasper Stupelis, but unfortunately that tumble that we saw in the highlight of race 2, that hampered their chances somewhat. They line up alongside Daniel Willemsen and Rodolphe Lebreton on the Triple 1 machine. Jake Brown, Joe Millard, not having it all their own way here this weekend. Can they have a change of fortune in the 3rd race? Let's wait and find out. But the British pairing, certainly no lack of talent for the number 8 crew. Gert Gordiev and Kasper Stupelis, the 151, as I say, they were locked in that battle with the number 26. The number 25 of Lucas Cherney and Bastien Chopin, but unfortunately for Lucas and Bastien, it didn't go their way. Robert Litzter and Birger Tal, the Estonian pairing on the Triple 4 outfit, having a good weekend as well. Thomas van der Lagema and Rob Devine, the Dutch and the Belgian, showing some promising form, as has the number 34 of Tano Riesner and Marcus Lehner. They were unfortunately involved in the drama of yesterday's first race at the first corner. And once again, big thank you to all of the sponsors that assist and help the World Sidecarcross Championship get the show on the road, and especially here as well. And look in the background, what a fantastic venue we've got here this weekend in Lange. And it certainly is going down well with the crews and passengers alike. The conditions yesterday weren't the best, but with no rain today and the sun beating down, it's around 13 degrees Celsius right now here just outside the city of Tartu. And the wind has been persistent all day, but thankfully for us, the rain has stayed away. Not long to go now then before we get this race underway, the 3rd and the final race of the second round of the FIM World Sidecarcross Championship in 2021. Who's your money on, to those of you listening on the various social media platforms and also on the fimsidecarcross.com website? The tension is building here in Lange as the crews make their final preparations for what should hopefully be a very, very exciting race that is about to unfold in front of us here in the southern eastern part of Estonia. So the 34 closest to the camera there, just the other side of the barrier, that is Tanel Riesner and Marcus Lehner, showing some fantastic form there. Just to the right-hand side of them. Left-hand side on the screen is Thomas van der Lagema and Rob de Veen. Right on the far side over the gate will be the number 31 of Julian Feldman and Andre Chermak. Here we go, then the countdown is on and the gates have dropped. Oh, we've got a bad start there from someone in the middle. We didn't quite see who that was, but who's going to get the whole shot? Kurt Varick and Larry Kunas slot into second place behind Etienne Bax and Nicholas Mousset. Kern Hermans and Glenn Janssens right there in fourth place behind Marvin van Lukenen and Robbie Bax. Potentially Jake Brown and Joe Millard were the ones who didn't get off the gate, unfortunately, but Etienne Bax and Nicholas Mousset just going up towards the top of the picture. They got the whole shot like they did in the race too. And they'll be looking to break the field as they did earlier on today. Julian Feldman and Andre Chermak are right there behind Marvin van Lukenen and Robbie Bax. So here we go then, down the hill, down the plunge into the left-handers. Marvin van Lukenen and Robbie Bax already looking to try and make a move on Kurt Varick. And Larry Kunas, all just coming together there between Marvin van Lukenen and Julian Feldman. So the two guys at the top of the standings coming into this race are coming together already between the number 2 and the number 31. But Etienne Bax and Nicholas Mousset, the number 82, the championship winning pairing of 2017. And of course, Etienne, the reigning world champion from 2019. Kurt Varick and Larry Kunas, wow. I wonder what the fans are thinking right now, seeing them in second place. I've been tipping them for a podium all through the weekend. Can they provide it in the third and final race of the weekend? There is Jake Brown and Joe Millard right at the back of the field, unfortunately for the number 8 crew. They didn't get that machine hooked off the start. Neither did Thomas van der Lagema and Rob de Veen. They're there. You can see just on the screen the outfit number 99. Jan and Pavel Bukau on the 26 is up next. But Etienne Bax and Nicholas Mousset well out in front. Listen to the delight of the crowd as Kurt Varick and Larry Kunas come across past us in third place. Marvin van Lukenen and Robbie Bax already past them and charging hard after Etienne Bax and Nicholas Mousset. Julian Feldman and Andre Chermak in a solid fourth place already, just ahead of Koen Hermans and Glenn Janssen. And it's Justin Kuban, Nicky de Bruyne ahead of Tim Lefferink and Kostas Baleskas. But at the end of the first lap, it is Bax and Mousset by 1.5 seconds over van Lukenen and Bax, Varick and Kunas.